Just want to apologize in advance. My throat sounds like shit because I'm sick, so please bear with me, people. So although the beginning of this chapter was very dialogue heavy and focused on Eren and kind of learning a little bit more about him, ultimately this was one of the most exciting chapters and probably almost a year of Attack on Titan for me. I haven't felt this excited about Attack on Titan since roughly October 5th, I believe. Chapter 50 of Attack on Titan. It's been that long. And you can definitely see that even though the struggle of human versus human is over, technically this arc isn't over yet because Eren is still in captivity and we still have a couple of loose ends to tie. And I'm imagining within the next 4 to 5 chapters, this is going to be the wrap-up of what's going to happen ultimately in all of Season 2 of the anime. And kind of finding out about Eren in the beginning of this chapter, it kind of conflicted with what I felt we previously known about Eren. That basically he didn't want to die right now and he was being basically selfish, because we've seen instances of Eren charging into a herd of Titans, basically saying YOLO and fucking attacking everyone. So that kind of conflicts with him being selfish and not wanting to die because of this dream that he apparently has where, like, he's jumped into the face of danger multiple times knowing that he could possibly die. So what changes that now? Or was it that Eren was that confident in all those times he fought the Titans that he was like, I'm gonna survive, so it doesn't matter. And now you can definitely see that Eren ain't out the woods yet. Historia is probably out of danger. I won't say entirely because I don't know if we could trust this Reyes guy, but Eren ain't out the woods at all. First we get Hanji kind of setting up the explanation of basically the past that they found out about the Reyes church, or that little gathering church that they had, and kind of the mystery around it that something happened with Titans there many years ago. So it was kind of like foreshadowing the later events in the chapter. And it looks like some glowing caves. So I'm imagining we're going to start getting deeper into the science of the series and kind of finding out more about things that pertain to creating the Titans, because it doesn't look natural, the setting that they're at. But I think they're inside the rebuilt church of Reyes. And when we got to see those memories, I was like, I know a lot of us called it, but I felt like, yeah, I'm part of the we called it. Because finding out that Eren was the one that killed his father, and I know a lot of people were like, Grisha is one of the worst fathers ever. He never went to visit his son, even though his son was in peril. Yeah, I don't think he could do that with half a body. But definitely another huge thing that this chapter provided was, first of all, we found out that there was another female Titan at some given point, and this female Titan looked suspiciously like Historia. And you can definitely see that a lot of the series has to do with science, or just supernatural things for that matter, because slowly but surely it's getting more and more that way, especially when Historia and her father were able to just touch Eren and see these memories. And trying to depict what happened, because it did feel a little bit confusing, from what I could gather is Eren's father one day, probably during one of the attacks, he probably went out there and seen the Reyes family, went to go eat them. Maybe Rod Reyes had his daughter Historia around him at that point, and she went Titan for him to fight him off. He fucked her up, but probably didn't kill her. He just got her out the way, and he ate all of the Reyes family except Rod himself. And that black-haired girl still is probably going to be very important to the story, because we've seen a couple of different instances of big memories within her in Eren's past. Who knows, maybe Grisha was cheating on Eren's mother with this woman. Maybe this was done out of revenge. This could explain why Eren was getting these memories of her, even though he doesn't know her. Or this could be Eren's real mother. Maybe Eren is actually Eren Reyes. And then eventually Grisha found his son, injected him with the DNA, he ate him. So he had to turn him into a Titan first, a regular Titan, and then he had to have him eat him so he could turn into a Titan shifter. So if you think about it, Grisha is still fucked up in a sense, turning his son into a Titan and then having him eat his own father. Kind of some fucked up shit. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if that key around Eren's neck, while it isn't exactly said, what if that's the thing that gives Eren that power to control all the Titans? It's not inside of him, it's actually that key. Just a thought there. Who knows, maybe Rhys doesn't even know, and that's why he's going to have him eaten. Because it definitely looks that way, that he's going to try to have Historia eat Eren so she could obtain those powers and bring him back to the Rhys family, and maybe have her sit on the throne as like some sort of Titan queen ruling over humanity and helping them to survive. And with all that being said, the beginning of this chapter, prior to even the Eren stuff, that guy preaching and stuff like that, it was very political and dialogue heavy and whatnot. The Eren stuff getting a little more into that he's apparently selfish, which I kind of buy it, but then I don't at the same time. But the biggest shocking revelation we got in this chapter, and probably one of the most exciting things in Attack on Titan for an entire year, was finding out the truth that Eren ate his father, and that's how he became a Titan shifter after Eren's father injected him with Titan DNA. And it just brings up more questions. How did Grisha get this Titan DNA? Where did it come from? Also, is this the same method that the Gorilla Titan was using to turn people into Titans when he was attacking? Is it the key around Eren's neck that gives him that control over the Titans, or is it something inside of him? Is Historia gonna actually go along with this and try to eat him? Was Historia the female Titan in the flashback? So while we get some answers, we also get a lot of questions, and overall, this is probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite chapters in a long time, and overall it was just exciting getting that huge answer. So I'm gonna give this chapter 8.5 out of 10. Very good stuff. The beginning a little bit dialogue heavy, and especially the stuff prior to Erwin felt a little bit irrelevant, but once it went from Erwin's scene to finding a little bit more about what happened to the race, and then seeing what they were showing, those memories of Eren, I was like, yo, Attack on Titan is back, baby. Let's go. But let me know what you thought of this chapter. Were you excited? Is this the Attack on Titan that you signed up for? Because I know this is what I love. The mysteries, the intensity, the oh my god, that revelation. And what do you think? Is Historia going to try to eat him? How is he going to get out of this? Or is his crew going to show up in time? Wouldn't it be fucked up if Eren gets loose, fucking kills almost everyone there, and when his group shows up, he's just sitting there in blood or something? That'd be crazy. Hey, overall thoughts of this chapter, again, very fucking exciting, very enjoyable, and just very good. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, thanks for putting up with my fucked up voice right now. Have an awesome day.